Big shout out to Bean Working Espresso down in Skyring Terrace, Newstead.
Best coffee in the game.
Best absolute coffee in the game. Hook in the Platform podcast, and any listeners up with a 10% discount.
Shout out.
Shout out to Yolanda.
Yolanda.
That was a mouthful.
Their coffee's real fucking good. Get
Best coffee in the game, by far. Just opened up Skyring Terrace. You can order ahead and mention the Platform podcast for a 10% discount. This is the Platform podcast with B-Bad and Brandon. This is great podcast content, though. We are recording, by the way.
We're live.
Okay.
We are live.
Cool.
Are you now nervous?
No.
No?
No, you have
Oh, nervous? Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
You need a nervous
Because
Pete.
we're now live.
Ooh, this is true. But you've got the experience behind you
No.
Most experienced man in this room.
No.
by a long shot.
Age-wise, maybe.
Exactly. That's what, it's like we were deadlifting today, warming up, and I was like, yeah, you go first. Age before beauty.
Yeah.
Now, welcome back to the Platform podcast, to which I am pretty sure is episode 71.
7-1. Whoop.
Yeah, I'm pretty. It's
Count down to 100.
Yeah, we're not far away. It's not a scary thought, but it's like, thank you all for listening to us dribble on every week.
That's a milestone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have seen and heard every one of them.
Oh, sick.
I think you're our
Yeah.
first listener, our first guest member to actually.
Can I just say Luke Polly? Because he generally gets a mention at each podcast.
Yeah.
It was
And
funny.
Luke Polly.
Because Bryce came up to me one day in the gym, was like, dudes, you broke your streak. You didn't mention Luke. And I was like, fuck's sake.
Fuck.
I think it was when we had Johannes. Obviously, he has no relation, no idea who.
We still should have brought him up. We
I
could
know.
have connected it somehow.
We could have.
Yeah, 100%.
But that beautiful voice you hear is actually of a legend himself, a true OG of bodybuilding and powerlifting in Australia and overseas with bodybuilding. I'm not sure how I could build you up anymore. You look a bit nervous now.
Yeah.
He's the man.
We'd like to welcome Bryce Cleary to the show.
Thank you.
This is where the applause is.
Inserted.
Yeah.
From our massive crowd that's here, live audience behind the camera that you can't see.
It's like
There are a few
It's
here.
like a sitcom. Like, where
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Lots of fans.
Yeah. Big fans.
Hey, fans.
So now, Bryce,
Yes.
you've listened to every episode. You know
what
what's
comes
coming.
next? Yeah. Are you ready?
It's a big question.
Here it is, the big question.
But not the 10 biggest.
No.
No. 21 words. Who you are, what you do / have done. Throw that in there.
I don't-
Bam! You weren't ready for that.
Yeah. I don't know if we have enough words to cover everything.
Brandon counts them. You say them. Let's do
Noises, sounds.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
a
you're
lot.
Kane Shepherd,
it. Yeah.
we're referring to a very...
Yeah. That was funny today.
Fuck, that was funny.
What a
Shout out.
noise.
Shout out Kane Shepherd. Bryce, 21 words, and...
Go.
Go. Bryce Cleary, father of 3, grandfather of 2.
You're at 16? No, right, you're at 11.
Hall of Fame professional natural bodybuilder, try-hard powerlifter,
You got 2 words left.
old busted.
Well done.
That was pretty damn good.
Fucking nailed it.
Way better than Luke Poley. A dear friend of yours.
Yes.
There's a
Fuck yeah.
lot to unpack
Yeah.
in there.
Where to start?
Fire 'em. Come at me.
Where did it all
When
begin?
did you start training?
Because I feel like, just to give the people more context around Hall of Fame bodybuilding, you won it 3 years in a row.
Correct. Yeah.
Now remind me, 2 runner-ups in a row.
Yes.
Before that? Yeah.
No. So I went in the pro Masters Pro, so over 40s Pro.
Because you are 55.
No, I'm not 55. I'm
54.
50.
Are you 50?
I'm 50.
Oh, I should stop telling everyone you're 55.
I might look like 55, but no, I'm 50. Yeah, so I went 2011, 2012, 2013, back to back to back. 2014 got runner-up, 2015 runner-up. Had a year off in 16. came back in 2017 and won it again. So that was, full.
And that's when you were inducted into the Hall of
Hall
Fame.
of Fame in 2017.
And that was in Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas, yeah. I think 12, 13 was in Reno. 14 was in San Diego. Yeah.
Fucking hell. We'll get some photos of you from competition.
Looking peeled.
Oh, it's fucked. It's ridiculous. Like,
It's not really, but...
it is. Stop being modest. Because
can't wait to
it's
see
insane.
those.
Looking at it, it's just like, I could probably, I will train as hard as anyone, and I still would never look like that. It's ridiculous. So where did it begin for you? Where did bodybuilding begin?
Well, I started training when I was 14.
Wow.
That's
a long time ago.
That was a while ago. Probably like most guys, off season of football, trying to get bigger, stronger, that sort of thing. So just started out as doing off season with some weights. The old squash courts at Strathpine.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, what was the gym?
Yeah, it's a squash court.
Was there much kicking around for gyms back then?
Not a lot. Like I said, it was in a squash court.
Yeah.
And the guy who owned the squash court actually now owns the Eatons Hill Hotel.
No way.
That same family, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They've really gone away from health and fitness to the complete opposite end.
Yeah. Started there. Did it. Trained basically off season of football every year till I was about 19, and then retired from football when I was 19. It was just going to be a year off, but I never went back, and then just went full time in the gym.
Yep. Yeah. Was bodybuilding something you'd thought of at that point in time? Yeah.
Well,
or something you knew about, or something that was exposed to in the gyms?
Yeah, funnily enough, when I first kind of went, I'll say full time in the gym, I was more interested in powerlifting.
Yeah, right.
Because I never saw myself as getting in shape to be on a bodybuilding stage. So I thought powerlifting's not so much about how you look. I'll do that. One day I thought I'd do that. But then the more I trained, the more changes happened. And I think when I was 21, so couple of years into training, the gym had put on their own competition.
Really?
And and I did that. Got talked into doing it.
The powerlifting?
Yep. This is bodybuilding.
This is bodybuilding.
Yeah, I never did my first powerlifting comp until 2014. Yeah.
Really?
Wow. Yeah.
So walk into a gym. I'm going to do powerlifting.
Yeah.
Next minute, I'm on a bodybuilding stage.
Yep. Pretty much. So.
And you still have that photo you showed me the other day.
Yeah, my first comp. Yeah.
Compared to his last. Yeah.
Yeah, it was tragic, the first comp.
Well,
I thought I was
shaped like then.
No.
But back then you probably thought.
Well, I thought it was really hard. I dieted and prepped for about 4 weeks.
Yep.
For 4 weeks.
About a month. Yeah.
Big month.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty hardcore, but now I have to do 20 plus weeks to get ready for a bodybuilding show. 20 plus, probably closer to 30.
Really? That's nearly, more than half a year.
Yeah. Because I'm older, takes me a bit longer to get in shape. So yeah.
How'd you go in your first comp?
First comp, I didn't even podium. I think I got fourth or something like that.
Yeah.
But I got the bug.
Yeah.
It bit me. Came back the next year, 92, and won the whole show.
Oh, yeah, you fucking did.
And then that was it. I was hooked then. So.
And what was after? Because this is 92, 93. Bodybuilding wasn't supplements weren't a thing. Gyms weren't a thing, really.
There was one supplement shop in Brisbane, Phil Kabikoff.
Yeah. What was that called?
He had one supplement store, and it was at Lutwich, just down from where the corporate box is. Yeah. On the corner there.
Yep.
Yep. They had a store there. That was the only one in Brisbane. Wow. And it was liver tablets.
Yeah, nice.
Fucking hell.
And real shitty protein powder.
Some sort of whey protein.
Yeah, I don't even think it was whey. It was pea or something like that.
Whey protein.
That just doesn't even compared to now, and you get fucking. You can get rainbow cake.
And all the flavors you get now, And then go to America, the flavors there just blow your mind. They're unbelievable. Snickerdoodle.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Snickerdoodle?
Snickerdoodle. It's a thing.
What's a snickerdoodle? I don't know.
It's an amazing flavour.
It's an amazing flavour. Wow. What was the training like back? Like, what was your exposure, or where could you get access to information, and what were you looking towards?
It wasn't
magazines.
Internet.
No, just magazines.
Yep.
Basically, you waited for the magazine to come out every month, and
look for the newest exercise or the newest angle.
Luckily for me, my parents owned a news agency, so I was able to get every magazine.
Sick.
And had a good collection going.
You still got it?
No, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, I should have kept them, but nah. So it was just grabbing workouts out of magazines and talking to guys in the gym and trying to work out programs and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Did you have anyone that you would confide in for advice, or would someone help prep you? Or
yeah, so the owner of the gym then used to do programs for the members, but then there was a couple of guys in the gym as well who competed. Wade Porter, probably means nothing to you. Wade Porter and Jeff O'Connor were two of the guys who were actively competing at that time. So yeah, they were the ones that you went and bounced ideas off or watched what they did and replicated.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, again, now there's fucking, I don't know how many different bodybuilding federations. And
there's comps every weekend. It's a bit like powerlifting, isn't it?
Exactly. Like, the same thing as powerlifting. Like, what was it back then? Because obviously being a natural competitor, all I can imagine, like, the IFBB's been around for...
Yeah, the IFBB was around then.
Yeah.
But they...
And the NABBA would have been as well.
Yeah, I think NABBA's older than IFBB.
Yeah, because they were in the universe.
Yeah. But, so the natural feds were just starting to poke their head up back then. I think 93...
So when I was born.
...was the start of the ANBB, Australian Natural Bodybuilders, which is then morphed into the INBA.
Yep.
The ANBB...
is now the ICN?
Well, there was a split in the INBA. There still is an INBA.
Okay, yep.
The management who had INBA, they split and started ICN, but that's a whole rabbit hole.
Podcast.
That's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down. Oh, you aren't kidding, mate. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I have, like, as you said before, you are the Natural Mr Olympia.
Yes.
And obviously back then, I can imagine with the heights of like that era, looking at your Arnold Schwarzenegger, your Dorian Yates, the idea of an unnatural was around.
No.
Why did you never go down that route? Because that's one thing I absolutely respect about you most. And I'm so curious.
I don't know. I'd be silly to say I never thought of it.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know, mate. I just stayed natural, and then I guess once you start and thankfully that there were that Natural Federation did come on the scene, which gave us something to give us something to compete in and show off our wares in. So I guess if the Natural Federations hadn't come on the scene, it might have been a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there was, Johnny said about pathway. There's now the pathway to get to World Championships or the Olympia, overseas, and that's the ultimate to get over there, and it's a great trip to do that.
Fucking oath.
But yeah, and then I guess success kind of breeds
more success.
Yeah, so you might get a third place, and so you're like, okay, I want to do better than that. So you try harder, you do different things, try different stuff.
Yeah.
And you have another crack, and then it just
perpetuates into something more and more.
Yep. And now I think I'm just too old. Too old to just be a waste now, I think. But,
yeah, fuck. And were the big comps in Australia back then?
Nationals was always a big comp.
Yep.
We could get up to 300 competitors.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty competitive as well then.
And it meant something too. Now that they've split so many different divisions, there's like
it's almost everyone gets one.
That's another good point. Like back then, what was the divisions available? What is it?
I made it because I judged at a show last weekend, and I made the comment last weekend. There seems to be a whole lot more female categories now.
Yep.
When I was competing, there was back then when I was competing, there was under 52 kilo and over 52 kilo women, and that was it.
Wow.
Bodybuilding. There was no bikini mama, sports model, fitness.
Sorry, is bikini mama an actual?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Bikini Angels. Mama. Yeah. Angels.
You have to bring the kid to show the kid off to say that you've had the kid.
No.
You're the mama.
Take your word for it. I think
that's a federation.
Yeah,
well, it's a division.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot.
I'm not going to comment because I don't know enough about bodybuilding, but
there's a lot of subcategories now. Even in men's bodybuilding, there's more now. There's physique, sports model.
What's your opinion on that?
I think it devalues
100%.
The trophy. I made a comment to my training partner, bodybuilding training partner, the other day.
Is that the one you trained with this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
He's got all his trophies displayed and medals displayed in his gym. And he said, like, now there's that many classes and categories, it devalues it. Like, you look at what he had displayed, I was like, he went into a show, prepped for that 20 weeks, whatever, for one chance at getting a trophy or a medal.
Up against fucking ton
quality,
of people, quality people. Because they can't be diversified into a bunch of different.
They're not split in. I don't do as well there, so I'm going to go here, and So and it has more. The trophy and the medal has more meaning. Than someone who does 6, 7, 8 categories.
And then could walk away with.
Yeah, and they're like, what's that medal? Oh, I can't remember. I did 8 classes on the day. I don't know.
You can pick more than one class for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
Let's not.
That's like... that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're just hedging your bets.
It's a touch of trophy hunting, I think. But,
As you said, it just devalues what, the intention originally was created for. And it's like we're trying to accommodate for so many different... like, everyone. It's like, well, no, the whole sport was created to... around these parameters. Let's stick to that.
If you're not good enough, well, get good enough.
Yeah.
Rather than finding another category where...
you fit better.
Yeah. Just train harder.
Diet harder.
Be better.
Again, that's coming from someone, myself, who's never dieted.
But,
But, okay, so... I had another question, then I popped because I'd made a joke. It wasn't a good joke, though. Okay, so between 93, we got up to that point, and we do try and keep to a sort of a timeline and then we ramble because this is what we're good at. Were you still training as a powerlifter, though? Could you, that sparked your interest initially?
Yeah. So I always...
Oh, that was my question.
I always kept squat and bench in. I never liked deadlift. Still don't like deadlift.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Oh, no, you're right. I like the challenge of it.
Yep.
But I'm not good at it.
Yep.
But yeah, I definitely like the challenge of just trying to pick something heavy off the floor.
Something primal about that.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
And it's the only lift out of the 3 where you have no prior kind of
momentum
or feeling, like you don't get to feel that weight.
Yeah, well, there's no eccentric before the concentric.
Yeah,
you just feel the brunt of that.
It's just it's all on.
Here it is.
Yeah, but yes. So I kept squatting and benching. Did the odd deadlift here and there, but so I kept those major lifts.
Would you still train a bit heavy when you were prepping?
Always tried to train as heavy as I could. Yeah,
that's the old school mentality.
Yeah. Yeah,
because you'd probably see. I mean, fucking bodybuilding is far from my wheelhouse, but from what I understand, you do see people who will push away from the bigger lifts, and not do them for their various reasons as well. Right?
Yeah, I think it's changing a little bit, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think people, and you get your, particularly now with your social media, you get your Insta famous people doing a different. Movement or something because it hits the inner pec or crock of shit. It's like just how about you just lift some heavy ass weight? That's going to hit you in the chest.
Yep,
fucking oath it is.
Because back in the glory days, like Arnie and stuff, like they're just moving barbells and whatever else is floating
they
around.
They didn't have the ultimate pec deck on the right angle to keep that in a pec and shit.
We'd probably argue they look pretty good too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Nah, Arnie, who's that?
Yeah.
But were they like the guys you looked up to back then?
So when I first started getting into the weight training full on, it was a guy by the name of Gary Stridham. Mm-hmm. He was a thick physique, a thick competitor. So he was one that I kind of went, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. What was your first big comp in Australia that you did?
Bodybuilding?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been... When I first started out, I was like, I just wanted to be state level. I wanted to be good enough to stand on a stage and be competitive at state level. And then
you had to qualify for states.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you do like a local meet?
You do a local meet, yeah.
Yep.
And
so it's not like today where you can just roll in. It's this is back in the
game.
Nationals, baby.
Man, fucking something.
You paid a fee and you got in, yeah.
Fuck, see, that even means more too. Like.
Yeah. So I was, and then it was like when I did okay at states, it was like, well, I'd like to get to a national level. So nationals were pretty big. It's they were tough because Australia's got really good quality bodybuilders.
Yep.
Natural bodybuilders.
Yep.
So it was nationals. Probably would have been the biggest.
So would you have to place or come top something in your
usually
in your local
state.
and then get the same?
And then it's
an
invitation, isn't it?
No, it was like.
But you just had to meet the qualifying.
Yeah, so like top 5 or something like that at states would qualify you to go to nationals.
So even just getting an invite like that's a big moment, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fucking hell. So my next question that I forgot about before, and now I remembered. What is your opinion now of everyone getting a fucking participation medal when they do the show?
Look,
because I have my opinion.
Yeah, it to just make it to stage, that is an achievement, and particularly in a year like this year.
Yep.
Because whereas lots of people probably started out the year going, I'm going to compete this year, and then I can kind of understand why they didn't make it to stage because who knew what was going to happen, like whether there was actually going to be comps. But, we had a show last weekend and I think we had 54 or 55 competitors. So there's 55 people who stuck with the diet, the training, through COVID, through lockdown, gym lockdowns, and made it to stage. So in some ways, being recognised to get on stage is a good thing. But what we were talking about before with having split categories and classes so much, it devalues it a bit. Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like, I look at it straight from that angle. Like, I can respect, I've never bodybuilded, but I have powerlifted, and to get to on the platform during this year, during whatever year, it's a fucking hard task. Yeah. So I can understand that side, but at the end of the day, it's a competition.
Yes.
And we're here to compete. And no matter what, yes, we are trying to compete internally, like, it's you versus you, whatever the fuck you want to say. But at the same time, it's a competition against others. Like, if you don't have the desire to win, I personally believe you shouldn't pursue that avenue. Yeah. Like, that's just my belief, but...
I agree. Like, I'd be happy, and I have done in the past, like didn't podium, didn't place, walked away with nothing. That's cool. That just kind of fires you to...
Go again.
Yeah, come back better.
Yeah.
And the shit thing about bodybuilding is it's a subjective sport. It's
someone's... That's what drew me away from it.
It's someone's opinion on how you look.
So you could not do so well in that comp, get new judges next round, whenever that is, and 100%. All of a sudden,
a week later,
different panel of judges, different lighting, different whatever, and you can place ahead of people who place ahead of you. That is the shit part about bodybuilding.
Yeah, that's what I think.
There's no they don't take into account, body fat percentages. Any of that kind of performance
measurable sort of stuff,
objective measures that you couldn't argue with.
Yeah, none of that. It's purely how you look at that point in time.
Is that why you're also drawn to powerlifting in that sense? Because it is so objective. Like, if you didn't lift the weight, you can't argue that.
Yep.
No one turned gravity up.
That's what I love about powerlifting. It's I'm either strong enough to lift it or I'm not.
How do you like navigate both then? Like, how do you like? Because I think about that and like, being a young teen, and I'm sure we all had this phase. We're like, oh, I'm gonna be the fucking next Ronnie Coleman, and then you realize, one, you're not black, and two, you're not that geared up. But I found powerlifting. I was like, it's so objective, but the idea of being judged on how you look, and then going into a sport where it's completely different.
Yeah, I think for me now, having been in the sport for a long time, if I don't place or do as well, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it just fires me up for next time. If I win or if I come fourth, doesn't make me any different a person. Like, I think we as competitors build it up and put more pressure on ourselves than people around us. It's like, I went 2017. I won the Masters Olympia. 2018, I came fourth. Does it make me any different a person? No.
Fuck no.
Doesn't make me any better or worse. It's just like Johnny said, it was a different panel of judges, and
was that way of thinking different for you earlier on?
Hell yeah.
What changed
you
it?
Took it more personally,
Yeah.
What changed? I got older and like
a bit wiser.
It's just like people. I don't know why. Sometimes I look at people competing. I think, why do you do it to yourself? Yeah. Why do you subject yourself to being judged?
Yeah.
And like, I enjoy the prep to see how I can change from this to stepping on stage. I enjoy that. To get a win or a podium or something, that's a bonus. It's the challenge to be consistent, on point, challenge myself for that 20-plus week period.
Because that's like, if someone at your level, and I'm going to say it again, Hall of Famer. Because now I can now walk around and say I know a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
But you have to have an internal drive.
Oh, hell yeah.
And like, we've been going for nearly 35 minutes, and we haven't even touched on your powerlifting achievements yet. Like, you could be inducted into that Hall of Fame.
Or your first Olympia yet.
Yeah, exactly. So like, was that always there? Like, even when you were playing football?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, that drive, that just to want to
be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that something you learnt along the way as a kid, or was it, was your dad? Was it family environment? Like, I'm so curious about this since COVID. Thank you for introducing me to the Michael Jordan documentary.
Yeah.
That guy, like, I look at you guys, I'm like, there's something different about you. He was a fucking psycho. You could borderline tiptoe that line as well.
I have an older brother, so there was that growing up. There was always that kind of competition with him. He was a good footballer, and it was like, see him do well. It's like, I want to.
Yeah,
I want
you,
the same.
Better.
I want the same, and and then once got into the training, and it's always you see someone doing something in the gym, and it's like, I'll have a crack at that. I reckon I can do better than that. So I do get motivated by other people in the gym, but then I have my own benchmarks and that sort of thing that I try and better and do better with. Yeah. But yeah, that internal drive's always been there.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking oath.
Probably doesn't go away either.
No. No.
Did you ever have a period of your life where you're like, just need a break?
I have done. I've taken, like, I think as a natural bodybuilder, you can't improve going back to back to back. You don't.
Fuck.
It's the improvements are
minuscule.
Yeah. So I have a year. The biggest improvements I've made to my physique is when I've had a year off to get some work in to the body. And
since age 19, have you had like an extended period of time off training?
No.
Even through injury? Because we both know you're very injured now.
No. I've even COVID. I got my own gear. I trained every day, which now I probably think maybe I should have taken a few days off.
That's no fun though.
No, you're right. You're right. But no. Just I've always trained. It's people's the wanky. It's a lifestyle. Well, it is. It's something that
you're a living embodiment that it is a lifestyle.
It's something that I do. Yeah. It's just that's
almost who you are.
Yeah, like I finished work. Okay.
Well, when you're a Hall of Famer, I
grab my gym bag and let's go to the gym.
Fucking train.
My garage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. What was getting the call up or qualifying for the first Olympia like?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Just the whole trip over to America, it was pretty amazing. Australia sent some big teams.
Yep.
100+ competitors sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we had to fund ourselves.
Yep.
So
is that across guys and girls?
Yep.
That sort of 100. Yep.
Yep. First Olympia I did was in Reno, Nevada. Yep.
Wow.
They always have a show a week before the Olympia.
Yep.
So it's a good warm up. Go over. I'd done the Australian season as well, but then you fly over, you do
the warm up show.
Do the warm up show to blow a few cobwebs out, that sort of thing, and then it's all.
Is everyone kind of starting to look at each other, start seeing who's bringing what?
Yeah, always. Yeah, yeah. But the thing also is I can't do anything about.
Can't change much in a week.
I can't do anything about the person standing next to me.
Yeah.
I can only be the best that I can be. So
you got to trust your own processes and hope that it just comes together, works out.
And sometimes it doesn't. So next time, you try something different. Try and bring a better package.
Did you enjoy when you got that exposure going overseas, being able to chat to other guys from other countries and kind of see what they're doing and kind of learn from each other and such sort of stuff?
Yep. The Americans, they're just so positive. They everyone's, oh, you look amazing, you look great, And, so they're very positive people. Just being over there with them's awesome experience. And then, like you said, traveling with other competitors, that sort of thing. Just, you watch and you learn, you see what some people do, and you think, that's a good way to do something, or no, that's...
Wouldn't do that. No, you're a donut. You shouldn't be doing that one, champ.
Yeah, and someone said to me, an old football coach said to me, you should be able to learn something from everyone, whether it's the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it. You should be learning. Yeah. So
you went to your first Olympia and took it and won it?
No, my first Olympia I got third.
Oh, okay. And then
still pretty good.
Yeah,
it's all right.
And then came back the next year?
Yes.
And that was the first win.
Yeah.
How many people would you be up against on that for an event like that?
So I think they average around 10 to 12 competitors. Yeah.
Well,
so
even just stepping on that stage at that point, you're top 10 in the world almost,
they're the pros. Yep. So you have to win the amateurs to qualify for a pro. So, yeah.
And again, they're back then meant more.
Yes, yeah.
Now, what year was the Wolverine?
Yeah.
And please explain that to our great listeners.
The Wolverine.
So, it's my opposing routine I did. I had a beard. And so you don't see many bodybuilders with a beard.
You have a beard now?
Yeah, but it was a little shorter. You don't see many bodybuilders with a beard because it makes your head big, which throws makes your shoulders look a little narrower.
Yep.
So I had a beard and I shaved it into a set of lamb chops.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
So the Wolverine chops. And so I think that was 2012, I think was the first time I did that. Wow. Yeah. And I had a friend who made swimsuits, that sort of thing, and I got a pair of jeans and I cut them down the outside and the inside, and she velcroed them so I could rip them off.
Stripper
style, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Got a pair of
so you'd come out on stage and then...
Yep. Yeah, it came out, had a set of claws, Wolverine claws.
No way.
You still have that picture?
Oh, yeah, I got pictures. I got a video of it as well.
We need that.
So,
So you're what do you call it, performance or moment, you cruise out on stage, fucking crank the pants off, and then
because the pros are also, it's kind of, they look at the pros to put on a show. So a lot of the professional guys will use props and that sort of thing. I had one guy, one year, he had like fireworks.
Wow.
Yeah, he had like little things that went off in his hands, and he shot sparks up. That was pretty good.
Because that's like, you know, for those who don't know much about bodybuilding, like you have a time to do a routine, a posing routine.
Correct, yeah. So again, over there, they're big about the show. So it's a 2-show format. You have pre-judging in the morning, and then they call finals in the evening, which is posing routine and medals in the evening. So
most people would probably know that, similar to like the IFBB Olympia.
Yep.
And obviously the night show, and then
theirs is over 2 days, I think. Yeah. I have done a show over 2 days. That's tough.
Fuck, what's that like?
That's hard. I did Muscle Mania. First year I did Muscle Mania in Vegas. That was a 2-day show.
Why aren't powerlifting comps named something cool like that? Muscle Mania.
Yeah.
That's fuck. You must be feeling pretty cooked on that second day on stage. Well,
the challenge is after the first day not to go out and just binge eat a whole heap of shit
in Vegas.
Yes, the land of the buffet. Yes, to not go out and eat a whole heap of shit and show up, you know, because the next day.
Going into prejudging, I don't really know much about bodybuilding, so am I correct in saying like you're eating a bit more carbs that morning to kind of fill back up?
Yeah, it has changed a lot now. But you do eat. You kind of deplete your carbs a little bit during the week, and then fill up a little bit. There's different ways of doing it. A lot of natural guys now use water. Like we drink a lot of water now. Back in those 92, 90, 93 days, it was cut water.
Yep.
Don't drink any water to try and. The theory was to get the water out from underneath your skin.
Yep.
But really, it's not about getting water out. You're still fat. You're not in shape.
Yeah.
You know.
It ain't water.
Exactly.
It's something else under there, buddy.
It's just water weight, bro. You know. Yeah, but.
So how do you do that then over, like, as you said, a 2-day show?
It's tough. You just, you know...
Because I don't think enough people appreciate the minuscule, the
it's a science.
The
it is a science, yeah. And I think it's... Just don't change anything. You know, like you've eaten a certain way, trained a certain way for 20-something weeks.
Why change it now?
You see people going, I'm going to have pizza the night before and that sort of thing. And sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And so I now have the adage, the motto, just don't change anything. Just run it through.
What was diet advice like? Like even far back as when you first started?
How many bodybuildings have you done of just chicken and rice and fucking fish?
And then what crazy things do you look back on and
you
think?
Still do it?
Yeah. I still boil my chicken now.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that just a habit though?
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's how I do my chicken. I'll do like 2 kilos of chicken and just boil it. And it's
good to go.
But you don't boil the shit out of it, so it's like rubber either. Yeah. You got to pull it out.
You'd have boiling chicken down to a
you got to pull it out at the right time. Yeah. So boiled chicken and cabbage, that's a meal.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a meal.
But it's not really enjoyable. But it's
just fuel.
Exactly. You look at it just as fuel. It's serving a purpose.
That's fucked.
What was some of the crazy diet stuff you'd hear get thrown around back then?
Like I think I did tuna salad for 2 years. And because it becomes a habit, it's like now.
Tuna salad.
And you don't want to change it because you're like, fuck, if I change it, man, what's going to happen?
You get to know, when you go and do your shopping, okay, I need 4 tins of tuna, I need 2 lettuces, I need this, I need that. And that's going to get you through a week before you can go and shop again. So There's been some I've done some crazy stuff.
Fuck that.
There's a lot more science around now, and there's, nutrition coaches and that sort of thing who have a lot better understanding and can add a lot more variety in now. That things are a lot better now.
You'd be a lot more advanced now than
and
back when you first stood on stage.
Yeah.
Have you heard of KFC? It comes coated in like
the dirty bird.
11 secret herbs and spices.
I can't remember the last time I had KFC.
Well, I was going to say, if you're off plan, what's your go-to?
No, a burger. I like a burger.
Yep.
Yeah,
Favorite
like
burger
right
joint?
now, I'm not all too worried about my diet now.
Yeah. Yep.
If I want to have something, I'll have it.
Yep.
And it shows.
Doesn't really.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah. So let's talk then now about your powerlifting career.
Yes,
which
please.
started in 20.
I think it was about 2014.
And how many GPC world records do you have?
I don't have any now, but
Or how many have you had and held?
because
Because there was a few.
I think it's 5.
Pretty sick.
Pretty fucking good, man, for someone who hasn't powerlifted.
What's your favourite one?
I do like a squat.
Yep.
So this comp coming up, Battle in Valhalla. The current Australian record is also the world record.
Hey, here we go.
I can't get the world record
Unfortunately,
because
COVID.
Yeah, well, because it's not a nationals. And we don't have
of
international
course.
judges.
Yeah.
But there'll be a bit of satisfaction. If I can get that, there'll be a
Yep.
bit of
What is it?
satisfaction. It's 250.5.
Sweet.
So
do you know the guy who you're going to take it off?
251. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Steve Hampton down the
Even
Gold Coast. Shout out, Steve.
Drop him a text or the vid as you take it. Say, hey, bro.
Fuck yeah. As a 90 kilo lifter too.
Yeah.
That's another point you forgot.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's light.
I had world records at 82.5.
Jesus.
I'll never go to 82.5 again.
You would have had to cut hard.
Oh,
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
We
Nah.
had the pleasure of meeting 2015, competing. I think it was at States.
Mhm.
Could have been. And then we did nationals. And then we got... That's when, again, GPC went to that invitational only system.
Yep.
And both got invited to 2016 nationals, which was great. And I think that was the last time we competed together.
Probably. Yeah. I remember that when they had that qualifying for the nationals. It was 2016.
Yep.
I did 4 comps in 2016. Big mistake. Each comp got worse and worse.
Yeah, fuck.
Because I did a qualifier, and then so I just rolled out of a comp into a prep, out of a comp into a
Was
prep.
this between bodybuilding and...
No.
Just all powerlifting?
No, all powerlifting, yeah.
Jesus.
And qualified for nationals, so it was like, it's a big thing to qualify. That you were talking before about qualifying.
Yeah, that's impressive.
To just qualify, and it was an automatic qualification. Like I think I was the 15th best total. They were taking 15, and I just scraped in. So yeah, I had to do that. That was, and then they decided to bring in the teens, juniors, masters equipped.
Yep.
So it was the first year of that. So I thought, I better support that.
Get
so
behind that. There's another comp.
As a master, hand up.
Yeah, went in and did that one as well. But yeah, I think that was the last one I did that year. And
That was on the Gold Coast as well.
yeah, Thomas. I think Thomas
ran
did
it,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah. And I just remember I had nothing for the deadlift. Terry Sparks gave me a back slap. Nearly put me through the wall, and it just
It
It didn't help it move off the ground.
He increased gravity when he did that.
Yeah. I think I had Luke, Polly handling me, wrapping my knees and lifting out for bench. And Terry gave me a big back slap for the last deadlift, and I had nothing.
Fucking hell.
Still couldn't move the bastard.
No.
Because again, through powerlifting, like you've seen, even though you started relatively later, you've seen so many lifters come and go.
Yeah.
And you're still around.
Yeah. I think my first comp I did was at the old PTC in Melton Road.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 gyms ago.
Yeah.
In that shed.
Yeah, it's a tiny shed. Yeah.
And then Toombul Road.
Yep. That was the best one, I think. The Toombul Road.
Sorry, Scott.
And
And then it became Valhalla. And
Valhalla, yeah.
Fucking hell. And now we're prepping for another one.
Yeah, after just rolling out of doing one.
Yeah, we just spoke.
Which we just talked about saying you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Yeah.
But there was I wasn't happy with the last
And
comp.
The context of that was
record.
very...
Yeah.
There's a lot of personal outside influence that probably affected.
Yeah, it wasn't the best prep I'd had with injuries, and then
He's got like no knees.
my knees are turned to dust.
I remember I showed Paul Pegler Bryce's MRI report of his knees, and Paul just laughed. Like, what's he want to do? He wants to squat on these? No.
But get some knee wraps around those things.
Fucking need some
It's the
knee
only thing that's making me do it, mate. Allowing me to do it.
casts and fucking suits and everything.
But that, and then my father passed away, I think, the week before the comp. So that, it wasn't the best lead in. And
So now the hindsight or the positive out of this is we get to share the platform together again.
yeah.
Which we've been training together. You've been at pretty much every squat session of mine. It's been fucking great training with an OG. Ooh, fuck.
Yeah. No, it's been good. I enjoyed it. And like, seeing you, like when you came back to Valhalla, seeing that vibe come back there again, that community feel about it again. It was like when I decided that I wanted to do another comp this year, it was like, that's where I want to be. I want to be.
Yeah, and it's
at
the best
Valhalla.
part about this sport. It's just the community. Like,
100%.
it's fucking not the training, because fuck me, it hurts.
We've spoken a lot about bodybuilding, but that is so individual, you know, and that is what I love about the powerlifting is the community. Is like, you know, today we're deadlifting today, and everyone was getting around everyone and urging each other on. And
Okay, we're gonna just interject, and before what we were talking about, so Bryce pulled 220 for a double today.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Then pulled 230 for two singles. What he didn't tell me at the time was that he had already trained this morning.
Just a warm-up session.
Just a warm-up session, a light leg session where he only, what was it, V-squatted 200 kegs.
there's, I think, 5 plates on the
It's only 5 plates.
only 5, and then got to go pull 5
I
plates.
think there was 8 on the leg press.
Oh,
No big deal.
it's a good warm-up.
It's getting the blood flowing, right?
Well, funnily enough, I think that works for me.
You need that warm-up.
I need some movement in the body.
You're the new Dave Madley.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That and Voltaren. Shout out Voltaren to get me through.
Sponsor us.
Sponsored by.
You should be sponsored by it.
Well, if you went and had a look in my car there's just sleeves of ibuprofen and Voltaren sitting in the car to get me
how
through.
have you, like, because I've seen the MRI report.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really have a knee. Like, basically, you're in pain constantly.
Yeah.
How do you still show up every session? And I mean,
Just do what you do. Hey, it's like,
it's just fucking inspiring.
it's like I said before, I've got goals and numbers I want to hit, and at the community, it's like Brandon's squatting, he's getting into a hard part of his prep. Let's go. Let's go and get in amongst that.
It's been pretty fucking sick on a Wednesday night.
It's been good.
Yeah.
And Doc's he's getting into the pointy end of his
Yeah.
prep.
Doc's about, he's the novice. He's the week
He's the
before
week
us.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to pull his last heavy deadlift Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had to work today. Fuck. I hate it. It was shit. He pulled 270 for a double last week.
He's a freak.
He is. He'll go big. He should squat around 240. And the best part about Doc, this is completely off topic, but I'm going to give a shout out to Doc. He is just a lad.
Yeah.
He gives more of a fuck about what you're doing than what he does. Love that bloke.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck.
What was it like when you got called up for the Hall of Fame, bro?
That was pretty awesome. If you're looking for...
Is that something you ever thought that would happen for you?
No.
Or?
Did you know it was coming?
I did. I got a message from the world president.
Wow.
To say that...
Of the Federation?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the world's president.
No.
The world's president.
Trumpy, no.
Trump just gives you a call.
No, yeah, I got a message to say that I was one of the inductees. They induct, I think there was 6 that year, 2017. That they were going to induct. Well, first of all, he asked, "Are you coming over for Olympia in this year in 2017?" I said, "Yeah, I'm coming over." He said, "Okay, good."
Win it.
Because we want to induct you in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, that was pretty awesome. And then they made a public announcement through social media.
Geez, that would have brought the breast out of you on a training run into it too, right?
Yeah, well, that's right. You don't want to show up being inducted into the Hall of Fame look a little sloppy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But I came off the back. It was 2016 was that year where I did the 4 comps.
Yep.
Doing those comps in that year of that training improved my physique.
Right.
For 2017, it's a lot thicker. Posterior chain was a lot better.
Yep.
And
because you had to deadlift.
a lot of people made comment about how my physique had changed.
And that's what probably gave you the edge for that win there.
Jason and I just had lunch and we were flicking through your gram and the 2017 comp, like your back is fucked.
Yeah.
Like you would look at that and go, you could compete on, like, again, don't know anything about bodybuilding, but you could compete on any stage.
That's, I guess there's a fair bit of genetics there. There's work as well.
Fucking oath. I've seen how hard you work in powerlifting, so I can't imagine what it's like in...
My back probably is one of my best body parts.
It's huge. You can say it. It's huge.
That and my abs, which you wouldn't know now.
Can we... what are they?
No, you don't want to see them now, no. There is none now.
We have these...
functional mass.
All mass is real... No, all mass is lean mass.
All mass is required.
More is more.
Yeah, more is more.
As we've always said.
That is correct.
The correct amount of more is...
More.
He has definitely listened to our podcast before.
You've seen more. Absolutely. And what's your exposure to bodybuilding now? You've sort of touched on a bit of judging and stuff.
Yeah, so now, I said earlier about the split in the management. So when the new management came on with the IMBA... They asked me if I'd be head judge, national head judge for IMBA. So I said,
it's quite an honour.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, absolutely. Give back a little bit, you know, like the federation's been really good for me. So time to give back a little bit. So yeah, I'm national head judge for the IMBA.
Wow.
So yeah, which is
Have you
good.
Prepped anyone now, or do people come to you for advice?
Well, people come to me for advice, but I got no qualifications or anything like that. I can.
You have experience.
I have experience. Yeah.
Lots of, you're just a Hall of Famer.
No big deal. And a national judge.
Well,
yeah.
Like I said, 2018, my youngest son competed with me at the Olympia, and I said to him, mate. So we prepped together for that
That would have been unreal.
It was good. It was really good, and is what got me through a lot. I wasn't going to compete in 2018, but when he said he wanted to do it, well, yeah, it was.
That's a cool father-son moment.
Oh yeah. And I said to him, like, you're getting the benefit of my previous 30 years of making fuck-ups.
Yeah.
I didn't let him make those stuff up. So, yeah.
That's a cool, for you as a father, obviously, for your son to come up to you and be like, Dad, I want to compete with you.
Yeah.
Not compete, but alongside you.
Funny story one time, because getting deep into the prep and, you're tired, you're low on calories, that sort of thing. And I'd finished work.
I've experienced that, but yeah.
I'd finished work and I messaged him or rang him or something and said, mate, I'm on my way to the gym. I'll see you there. And he's like, he finished work and he's like, oh, Dad, I'm tired. I don't think I want to go, I just think I need to rest. And I just said, that's all right. That's okay, mate. Not everyone can be great. You stay home. So the world needs average. You'll be all right.
Savage. Did you see him at the gym?
He just said, I'll see you in 20 minutes.
That is so savage. I fucking love it.
Fuck.
I fucking love that. Yeah. That's the old school mentality we need more of.
Yeah, fucking oath.
That's savagery.
And then you said you got a next tiny goal, father, son, grandson.
That would be an awesome goal. I mean, I don't know. My grandson's only 18 months old. I don't even know.
He's gonna love bodybuilding.
Just give him a plastic dumbbell now. Plant the seed.
Just get him rolling.
So yeah, I mean, I'd love to do grandfather, son, grandson. So yeah, me, my son, and my grandson all competing on the same stage. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Fuck, that'd be unreal.
That'd be like probably biggest highlight of the training.
I'd happily hang up the trunks after that one. I think.
Is there still desire to get back on there?
Oh hell yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I wanted to compete this year. COVID.
I'm kind of glad COVID came. Now we get to compete together.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if it'll happen next year. I'm probably going to rule out next year and maybe shoot for 22.
You know what's next year? That means there's more room for powerlifting.
Yeah.
Well, that's my thinking.
Yeah.
Is get that world record.
Yeah.
Out of naturals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll depend on recovery from surgery, knee surgery.
Because you obviously have knee surgery coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Put some new ones in there.
Maybe.
Some bionic ones. Scott's 300.
Fuck yeah. Takes that record.
I fucking love that.
Yeah. So I definitely have goals of going back because they have a Grandmasters, which is over 50.
Oh, nice.
So I wanted to go back and do Grandmasters, Masters, and Open, which I know I was saying before about jumping across classes, but I think if I could hold my own on an open stage with...
That's pretty cool.
20 and 30-year-olds and still
Do
look out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would the Wolverine come back for something like that?
Oh, well, probably.
Will the stripper pants? That's mainly what I'm concerned.
I thought about retiring the Wolverine, but I think there'll be a long enough gap, long enough break in between doing it to maybe bring him back.
Time for a bring back.
Yeah, because they do. They do look forward to it over there.
Yeah, I bet.
Mate,
I look forward to it here.
yeah. Can we do this for powerlifting when you can we get them for your final attempt deadlift?
What, the
pants?
No, the pants.
And just rip them off?
As you hit the stage
Sure.
to lift
Yeah,
deadlift.
that's happening. I'll organise that with Matt.
Yeah,
Sure.
you're just keeping the legs warm before the pull.
100%. And then you rip them off.
Yep.
Fucking love it.
Don't know how.
We'll have Tony Genuine playing in the background.
I don't know if the talc will stay on when you rip the
We'll
pants
put more
off.
on. We'll put more on.
We'll work it. There's a workaround.
We'll have a fluffer there.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
I like it. Oh, all right. Here we go.
Well, maybe you can run us through these, bro.
Well, they keep changing.
Yeah.
You get different ones.
I know, but I'm actually really enjoying it.
So you have 30 seconds to talk to the world. You get to say anything you like for the following 30 seconds. Ready, set, go.
Well, I think just be nice to each other. Don't be a shit person. Just be nice. That's it. Be nice.
Done in 15, bro. That's pretty good.
I liked it, but I honestly was like, I don't think I've ever heard you swear.
Nah.
And then I really thought you were about to say shit cunt, and I was like, oh,
Here we go.
oh, person.
Bam.
I thought about that. No, shit
Too
person.
nice.
I'll do.
What's the strangest thing you have or do or think about?
Strangest things I have or do. Powerlifting's pretty strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Outside of our little bubble, it is.
Strangest thing I have.
Tuna salad for 2 years sounds pretty
Yeah,
strange.
I've got a commemorative bottle of Coke at home
Oh, wow.
for commemorated their 50 years in Australia. It's got 18 karat gold writing on it.
What?
Might be worth something one day.
You think? Wow. Well, that's one thing we didn't touch on, your work, but anyways.
Yeah.
What is the most important quality in a human?
Integrity.
Lovely. What made-up word would you like to see enter the English language?
Flubba-dubba.
Flubba-dubba.
And what does that mean?
A flubba-dubba-dubba.
It's just...
Flabbergasted.
yeah, it's like, yeah.
What's your first memory, bro?
Can you remember that far back?
Yeah. I remember falling off my push bike into a rose bush.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have hurt.
Fuck that. How do you feel about wombats?
Love them. Little hairy, staunch little things.
What's something you learned last week?
Don't know. Maybe the borders aren't going to open when I thought they were in November.
Yeah, fair. Very fair.
Yeah. We all live in country Queensland now. What is your perfect Saturday arvo /night?
Probably Saturday afternoon would be definitely a nap.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I love it.
How good are naps? Nap. Some kind of takeaway food. And then depending if there's football on, watch football or a movie, and then just bed.
Just laughing at us, like the greatest old man thing. Nap.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever seen one?
I reckon I lived in a house in Ashgrove.
Yeah.
That I'm sure was haunted.
Fuck yes.
When I say haunted, I'm sure there was something there.
Yeah.
Every so often you'd think you'd see something, and
that's the worst.
Yeah, and it was upstairs, downstairs, and I could hear footsteps upstairs when I knew there was no one upstairs.
Yeah.
Nah, stop.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sleeping tonight.
Fuck.
One night the toilet actually flushed.
Get
fuck that.
So it was a clean ghost.
Yeah, you hung a shit or a piss. And
I'm sorry. Like, how long did you live there for? I'm freaking out for everyone knows.
Probably 8 or 9 years.
That's a long time.
You spent... Nah.
My daughter thought that she used to say that she felt like someone was holding her in the bed, like just pinning her to the bed on occasions. She couldn't get up.
Sleep paralysis is an actual thing, though.
Oh, fuck.
But she thought that she could actually feel someone holding her.
We're going to move on. I think the next question would be great.
Brando would like to sleep tonight.
I'm not fucking sleep tonight.
I'll share some off-podcast ghost stories with you, Brando.
No, we're not.
What would your last words be before dying?
It's been good.
That's it.
That's it.
Fuck yeah.
That's amazing. Mate, you've lived a fucking life, and for anyone coming in through the ranks of either sport, powerlifting, bodybuilding, like, you are a true inspiration, and the more exposure people have to you, like, they can just feed off that savagery and that mindset that you fucking you own. So it's a privilege to have you on the show, our first Hall of Famer. I don't think don't think I know another Hall of Famer, to be honest.
Nope, zero.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell everyone.
Fuck yeah.
Mate, it's been a privilege. Thank you so much. For people who want to reach out and get in contact, where can they do that?
I think Instagram
slip into the DMs.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but you can slip in there if you want. Brycey70.
I'll put it in the show notes.
Is the Instagram and Facebook, Bryce Cleary. So, yeah.
Done. Mate, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Go enjoy that nap.
Yes.
And get ready for the football tomorrow. He even knew when to clap. He clearly knows.
Thanks, guys.
Dude, that was awesome.
It's all right.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.